favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, no, be not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win.
Conferences collide in Week 14 as the Seahawks face the Texans for just the 5th time. Get ready for Chapter 6 next on EA Sports.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. Leading him out in his 10th NFL season now from Texas A&M, Ryan Tannehill.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Tannehill's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Then he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 15-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
To throw again on 2nd down, Tannehill. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again this Seattle Seahawks offense.
And when you think about great seasons in recent memory, he's definitely putting one together here. There's a good chance he's going to go over 5,000 yards passing for the season. He's just a little bit under that mark coming in. And I tell you, it's pretty rarefied air when you get up there with numbers like this.
He'll buy some time right. He hits his target, Lockett. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Wilson on the move to his left. Returning right back to Lockett. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, 33 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
The numbers for Johnson in last week's game: 14 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And, Charles, this defense may be excited, you'd have to think, at the prospect of facing a team working on a 3-game losing streak.
But their head coach, he really kind of poured water on that in his weekly press conference, and I would say the water was cold there, partner. He told everybody, listen, everybody's a threat. We can't take our eyes off the prize for 1 minute in this league. And I know everyone watching him say it, they may not have believed it, but no one challenged him.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. 4 plays there on that drive. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Out to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Let's go!
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. He'll try again, and he will score. touchdown, Seattle. T.J. Logan with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Houston's offense taking over again. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And now Waller going to have a chance to run this. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Carson. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action. Show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Tannehill. This is White on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored.
Oh, wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
58's the money. Yo, 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 yo.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Russell Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And here comes the Texans now. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Tannehill. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Amendola has it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Final play of the half. It's Wilson rolling to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
They'll run on first down. Logan. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They run again with Logan. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. This is Logan. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, it's Logan. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run with Logan. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. The decision to scramble almost got him the first, just short 9 yards, and it brings up 4th and inches. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14, Tannehill. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Tannehill over the middle, Dorsett. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Cooks on the quick slant. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Running out of the gun with White. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Texans. Danny Amendola, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return at all. Down inside the 10, all the way back at the 7.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Wilson to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. So the victory here for Seattle, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Seahawks, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next